Oh, What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dead Funny Review Show. I'm your host, Chris. Joining me today is my co-host, Kelsey, in the building. Yeah. And we're getting a little bit of a jump start, a tad bit. I'm pretty excited about it. Kelsey has no idea about anything about this, but it was kind of like a, hey, what do we want to talk about? And it's what we came up with, so you guys are going to enjoy the conversation anyway. Check it out. Whoop, whoop. It 2. Final trailer just released not that long ago. Kelsey is not a fan of the horror genre at all, which is really unfortunate for her because it's easily one of the best. It's so good. It's so good. Oh man.
See, I have an experience with It 1, and I don't think you know, but I went over to
don't
a
think I
friend's
know.
house. Yeah, I went over to a friend's house, and I was in probably 6th grade and never allowed to watch horror movies or anything scary because I had an overactive imagination as a kid. Still have one as an adult, but way worse when I was a kid. And my parents knew that if I watched something scary, I'd never sleep again. And my God, were they right. But we ended up sitting down because my friend was just like, oh, let's go watch it. My parents are watching it. And I was like, all right, great. Somehow, and I don't know how, I fell asleep while we were watching that movie. And I remember I remembered basically none of it, but I remember at some point, some kid is in, I think, a sewer, and there's like skulls all around him, and he's walking through a door and he's about to die, and that's all you know is he's probably going to die once he goes through there, and I think he's going to get eaten. And I fell asleep at that point and woke up underneath a gigantic window, which windows used to scare me, completely in the dark, completely by myself in a house I didn't know. And I just like stared at the window, convinced the clown was going to like break in and kill me, and like crying at the window by myself until it got light enough that I could move around.
There you go.
That's my experience with it.
There
I
you
know
go.
nothing about this. I'm pretty sure there's a clown and kids, and that's all I know.
Yep. It's a lot deeper than that. That's for sure.
I'm gonna guess it is. It seems to have a pretty intense fan base.
Oh yeah.
Why do people watch horror?
I mean, well, why do people watch it? I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just going to attract its own crowd, regardless. Honestly,
That's probably true.
just no ifs, ands, or buts about that. People are just going to like things that other people just don't like. Um, Everybody's got their own taste. But as far as the horror aspect goes, like I don't know. I think the rush and adrenaline is one of like the biggest factors that go into it. Whenever a lot of people say they like horror, they get that rush, that adrenaline, kind of see themselves, or not see themselves, but see people get put in situations that they would like hope that they would literally never be fucking in ever, and see like how other people handle it and shit like that.
Interesting.
I do want to go ahead and state out there, I do like horror flicks. I do not like torture flicks. There's or well, I have no issue with gore. So I guess to put references out there for those of you who watch these types of movies, Saw was a good movie the first time. I didn't need the other 6. Sooner or later, you need to start thinking the person that makes this movie might be a little fucked up in the head. That's all I'm saying. Just movie after
Eventually
movie
you
after
land on
movie
that,
of
yeah.
some sadistic shit of people just being tortured, and I don't do all that. Another franchise that I decided to skip as well is Hostel. I watched the first one, and then they got to a part where like this fucking chick's eye was like out of her head, and the dude had to like take it and fucking cut it and get it out of there, and it was no. I'm not about that life at all. No, I don't care for the whole
Ew.
torture and the shit, because it was basically like they get trapped in a foreign country and they're being tortured and locked up and chained up, and I don't care for all that shit.
That
Yep,
sounds like
no,
a bit much.
it's a little
The
bit.
world is dark enough. I don't need to watch
Yeah.
that.
So to me, there's like no story. Like there's plenty of people who probably argue with me, and if you want to argue in the comments, you can. Whether I respond back or not, it really depends on if I have the energy to, because I've made this argument so many times. I don't believe Saw has a good enough story for it to have done what it's done at all. I know there's people that completely disagree with me, and that's fine. You can do that. I disagree with you. I 100%. The base of the movie has never changed. Like if you look at something like It, there's a difference there. There's a story there. There's a reason why this clown is there. There's a reason why all this shit is happening. To where Saw is literally this one guy who decides to play God and grab people because he thinks that they've done something that is bad towards the public, and then locks them up and puts them in crazy fucking contraptions that they're like 85% chance going to die trying to get free from. I don't get the story in that. That's not entertaining enough to me to have 7 to 8 of them. I don't. No, I'm good. No. Anyways, so that being said, I wanted to make that clear because I get conversations like this all the time. People are like, "Oh yeah, you like all this," and I'm like, "No, those are not the movies I like. I like horror films that have stories where the stories are good and the killing makes sense to the story."
Mm-hmm.
Because then it kind of drives together. This dude's just running around just like Michael Myers had a story. Fucking Freddy had a story. Jason had a story. Chucky had a story. They all have stories. Jeepers Creepers has a story. Like they all
Oh
have
God,
stories.
I saw that and didn't ever sleep again. I'm still not sleeping over
Jeepers
that.
Creepers?
Yes.
That was
1
my
and 2.
That was my I'm glad you stopped there. Don't watch 3 because it's terrible. So
Well, 1 and 2 I never slept, so you know.
Yeah. So with Jeepers Creepers, that was actually my overall favorite like horror film until like the new It movies came out. I really like the new It movies a lot, and there's a little bit of a nostalgia factor there, which I've talked about a couple times on the podcast. I'll touch on briefly here in a second. But Jeepers Creepers is like my first overall love because the dude's a fucking badass. Like he's just a fucking badass. I love Jeepers Creepers. He's so great.
That's one way to say it. Terrifying might be another.
And just like the overall sense, and this is something that like I get a rush from, and it's another reason why I like It, which will not make sense to you right here, but as I talk about it a little bit, it will. The sense of not understanding what you are dealing with at all in any shape or form, fashion, whatever you want to fucking say, is fucking insanely exciting to me. Like the thought of what the fuck is this, right? How was it created? How is it here? How does it work the way it fucking works? Like the fact that he can just sniff out fucking body parts and he knows one of his are going bad and just fucking eat it automatically, consume that body part. Now it's his. Boom, done. Like the fact that he feeds off of that. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he's done shit like get rid of his own fucking head. It's like, how did he live after that? You know, stuff like that is really interesting to me. And I really like that kind of shit. So where It falls in that category is that because you only watched the first one and you didn't watch the second one, because there is 2 original movies, which some people call them TV shows. They were not TV shows, they're movies. 2 original movies that was put out like a TV show, and then 2 movies coming out now. We've already had the first one, about to get the second one in September. And then the book. It is not actually a clown. It's like this fucking crazy alien from another fucking dimension that has found itself here.
Really?
And can now, like, is now trying to eat to survive, basically.
And it's chosen, like, feast is kids?
So, its easiest prey was kids, and it decided to make itself look like a clown, because that's not what it looks like either. It decided to make itself look like a clown in order to lure kids, you know, that way. A lot of people don't. A lot of people, 1, either don't know this, or 2, don't remember. The book itself is extremely dark, like extremely dark. There are
things. It's a Stephen King novel, right?
Correct. There are things that the directors specifically left out of this new shit because they didn't even want to touch. One of them being the sex scene. They didn't even fucking touch that one, which I was going to be surprised if they would have. But there's literally a point like where after the kids have seen it so much, their nerves are just shot through the fucking roof and they're freaking the fuck out. And they all take turns having sex with the girl willingly. It's all willingly in order for everybody to chill the fuck out. Yeah, that was in the book.
Jeez.
That was in the book. Yeah, that was 100% in the book.
How old are these kids?
Exactly, right? Exactly. Like, we're talking like young teens.
This is
mid-teens,
that's
young mid-teen.
Incredibly uncomfortable. I'm glad they did not decide to keep that in.
The director's like, I ain't touching that shit. Dodge me with that.
Good call.
So there's a lot of different shit that like this book was extremely fucking dark. So him, dressing as a clown, luring kids and shit like that, that was like his whole ploy, and thus Pennywise was born. Um, so yeah, so he's like, and the cool part that I like about Stephen King's books, I guess I should say, his novels, going into his movies, is that like the Dark Tower that came out, which apparently didn't do that well. I don't know. I never got around to seeing it. I want to see it. That one actually ties them all together. Like all these books actually exist in the same universe.
Oh, he's intentionally been writing in the same universe. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that, which is really fucking interesting. Exactly. And so, even knowing that, just drives that a little bit more for me. So my reason why it is such like a big attraction to me, one, it has that factor of like, what the fuck is this? How was it created? How is it here? How is it able to do the things that it does? And that's why he's able to like do all these crazy transformations and shit like this, because he's not actually just a normal fucking like demonic clown that they think he is. But it's more along the lines of like, it's got that creep factor. It's got a story. The story makes sense as far as from looking at it at a horror perspective. And then on top of that, it just, for me, it's got that nostalgia factor as well, because growing up, when I was born, for those of you who don't know, for those, some of you do, because I've talked about this on a couple of different podcasts at this point, when I was born, my nursery was nothing but clowns. My mom decided she was going to be a fucking psycho, and my entire nursery was clowns.
Wait, your mom knew about it, didn't she? Wasn't that like one of her favorite movies? Like she did that on purpose.
Stephen King was her favorite like series, her favorite book series for sure.
That 100%. Is morbid as fuck.
Right. So my entire nursery was clowns. Whenever I was growing up, that nursery became, basically my childhood bedroom for a good amount of time, until finally I got to the point where I was like, hey, I don't want to be in a room with a bunch of fucking clowns. My wallpaper was clowns. There was like little clown figurines all over my dressers and shit. The main thing that stuck with us for fucking ever was this wooden toy chest, and it had a clown on it. And it was one of these old-fashioned creepy, like he's got a hat on, he's like tipping his hat and smiling at you, all weird and shit. Yeah, one of those. And we had that for like a toy box forever. Unfortunately, my grandma's house burned down. The fortunate part about it is that toy box was in there, so thank God that fucking thing was gone. That was great. But yeah, house
blessings in disguise, little ones.
Right. Well, they had bought like a brand new chair, and it was like back in the day when fucking like a heated chair and a vibrating chair was like new to the scene. And someone had left it on when we left and came back, and the entire house was in flames.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was gone. Completely gone. It was like two bad things in one day. Is the day I learned, no matter what, you should always wear a seatbelt. I got fucked up. We were heading out, and we had this van, and my grandparents, when I talk about my grandparents, usually when I talk about my grandparents on the channel, I'm talking about my grandparents from my dad's side. Those are like the grandparents I fucking love to death, raised me, basically my fucking parents. These are the grandparents on my mom's side. We'll leave it at that. That side of the family, we'll leave it at that. It's pretty easy to tell how much I really care. Yeah, exactly. So they had us sitting in the middle seat of the van. Well, they had grabbed like this wooden entertainment center. It was like a small one that's like made for fucking cars or some shit. I don't know. It's fucking weird. But they had it in there, and it was in between the driver's seat and the passenger seat. Well, they started driving for any of us that had even been buckled up yet. So for some reason they slammed on the brakes. When they did, I went flying forward. I didn't even have my seatbelt on.
No.
I was a little kid. And I remember hitting this entertainment center with my face. And
jeez.
When I came back, I was fine. I had no idea anything had happened. And then like they started screaming, and like I looked down at my hands, and my hands were just like covered in blood. And I had almost bit my entire bottom lip completely off. So you can't see it on the outside. My entire, so it's like my bottom lip went up over my top lip, and then my top set of teeth bit down completely through it. No, it was my bottom set of teeth. Because I can actually feel it with my tongue. I actually have a scar all the way from side to side where it almost went all the way through. My lip was literally connected by like your actual like smooth fleshy part of your lip, the top part. Yeah, Like that was the only thing that was keeping my lip connected, because the entire rest of it was like, it looked like, one of those things where it's like, pre-cut, cut here type deal. That's what it looked like. That's what my lip looked like, because all my teeth went completely through my lip. So I almost completely took the whole thing off. Yeah. But I can actually feel, which is lucky. Once again, you can't see it on the outside. There's literally no scars here whatsoever. But on the inside, I can actually still feel the indentions of each and every individual tooth against that part of the lip. All the way up to one side and all the way up to the other. Yeah.
So this is an official Dead Funny PSA. I haven't cleared this with Chris, but I'm pretty sure he's on board. Where are your damn seatbelts?
Yeah.
Just put them on.
Make sure your kids are buckled up before you start driving. That's another one.
Please, for the love of God, wear your damn seatbelts. Okay, thanks, bye.
Because it hurts.
Back to your story.
Anyways, so we went to the hospital, got that all fixed, and everybody went out to eat, had a good time, and then we went back to the house, and like I said, it was on fire. So it was like, bam, bam, two for one. Let's go. So
they took you out to eat when you still had a gigantic, like, your lip was, oh, God.
Pain was not really too much of a big deal for me. Like, I was freaking out at first because, like, there was a lot of blood. But once, like, I was in there and I had everything stitched up, I was like, all right, cool, fuck it, let's go. I was
actually more concerned about infection, my friend.
True, possibly. But I don't know. Anyways, it wasn't something that was on my mind at that age. These days, it's a little bit of a different story. But back then, I was like, fuck it, I'll be all right. So,
I was gonna say, you've grown as a person, we know.
Yeah, fucking Chuck E. Cheese, let's go. Anyways, so. So, I mean, I've done some dumb shit too since I've been older. I've actually bit completely into my tongue before. I saw the scar from that. And then literally went home. By the way, you know how everybody says the tongue is like the strongest muscle in your body? Isn't that thing? Right? Something like that.
It is a stronger one than you anticipate. I don't think it's the strongest one in your body.
Maybe not the strongest. I don't know. Either way. Yeah, I can't lift like 1,000 pounds with it, that's for sure. Anyways, so not that I tried. Anyways. So I bit a hole like straight, like pretty fucking deep into my tongue, like pretty fucking deep. Because I have this bad habit, which some of you might have seen on some video game shows, where I tend to stick my tongue out whenever I'm like trying to concentrate on something. It definitely happens a lot.
Yes.
It used to happen during sports, and that is a very bad thing, especially whenever there are other obstacles around you that you can't control, like people's arms that stiff arm you in the fucking chin and make you bite into your tongue. Yeah, it fucking sucked. Basketball, woo woo. Anyways, went home, or went to my buddy's house. I was sitting there eating chips. You know how many times like a piece of fucking tortilla chip got stuck in the hole, and I was like, "Ah, fuck, that hurt." Like, yeah, I'm an idiot. I do dumb shit all the time. Dumb shit all the time. By the way, that shit healed in a day. I woke up the next day, there was no fucking hole there. That's how fucking crazy strong that tongue is. I'll tell you right now. That shit was,
mouth wounds heal very quickly, I believe, in general.
I woke up feeling like Deadpool. I was like, did I get a healing factor? Did this shit happen? Like, what the fuck? I expected to be out of commission for like a week with this fucking huge ass fucking bleeding hole in my tongue. Because I didn't go to the hospital at all. And not at all. I was like, all right, cool. I'm just fucking bleeding everywhere. So I just had me a fucking spit bucket and it was good to go. Let's do it. Yep.
God.
Woke up the next morning, fucking good to go. Ease. Yes.
Dear viewers, if any of you are clumsy and sensitive to descriptions, this may not be the podcast for you. Or review show for you, excuse me. Oh my God. Keep talking. Keep talking. We've warned off some of them.
Just a little bit. So, I don't remember where I was going with this. Oh yeah, the fucking toy chest. Burned down the house. Is great. Fantastic. Got rid of that shit. It's dope. Anyways, feel bad about the house, but it wasn't my fault, so nothing I can do about it. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. So, anyways, so yeah, I was terrified of clowns due to that, because they were fucking creepy as shit. Growing up, all around in my fucking room, every time you go to sleep, you wake up and there'd be clowns just staring at you from every fucking direction in your room.
Morbid as fuck.
A little bit, yeah. So, then she had me watch it. Now, I was still pretty young at this point. The movie was terrifying. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it, especially at any age. Being young, it was terrifying for the first time. There was one scene out of the entire movie that stuck with me for fucking years, and that was the shower scene. There's this one scene where like all the kids are split up, and one of the kids, and I think it's like the kid that's constantly like on an inhaler and shit throughout the entire movie. He's like in the gym locker showers, and he never wants to take a shower because he's like, yeah, it is that kid, because the mom's like making him thinking that he could die from fucking anything. So he's like on all this fucking medication 24 fucking 7 type deal. There's nothing wrong with the kid. So he's like in the showers. The coach is forcing him to go in the showers. Little did he know it wasn't the coach, it was it. So it's forcing him to go into the showers. All of a sudden, like the shower pipes and shit start fucking moving. Shower heads are coming out of the fucking wall. Water's extremely fucking hot and burning him and shit. And then in the middle of the fucking shower room, there's a drain. And not only does the drain pop off, but it comes out of this small ass drain, literally grabs it and spreads this fucking shit like it's nothing. It like rolls up like a fucking rug, and he's just like sticking halfway out of it, and is like fucking laughing at the kid trying to grab him. At that point forward, I was always standing on the opposite end of the drain every time I took a shower, just staring at that shit. There's no such thing as a bath anymore for this kid. Did not happen. Showers only, so I could get the fuck out if I needed to. I was scared. So there were times that I would hover when taking a shit because I was scared that it was going to get me through the toilet. Anything that had to deal with the bathroom, brushing my teeth, all of it. I would be staring at the drain the entire fucking time. Like, the entire time. I was terrified. For at least a solid year as a kid, I was doing this shit. At least a solid year. Scared the fuck out of me.
Okay, so everybody, okay, maybe not everybody, but you and I at least are affected in a very similar way. We watch the scary stuff gets implanted in our brain, specifically certain scenes, and they never leave.
Right.
And you just spend your life aware of drains.
I mean, now I don't give a shit. I mean, if it's going to come through a drain and kill me, that's pretty fucking impressive. I got to give it up to him. Like, I live in a fucking condo complex, and I don't live on the first floor. I'm not going to get too much into where I live for obvious reasons, but I don't live on the first floor, and I get told all the time, Chris, you need to make sure you lock your patio door at night. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, when I have friends and shit come over, and I'm like, bruh, if someone can climb all the fucking way up here and rob me, I'm getting robbed by Spider-Man. What am I going to do against that? What am I literally... They deserve... I will help them take my shit out of my house. I will help them load the car at that point, because that's just fucking impressive. That is literally impressive. Like, I'll lock my front door all the time. Sometimes patio door, you know, maybe you forget it. Maybe you don't. But it's like, I mean, if you people could see how to get to my fucking patio door, you'd be like, there's no fucking way someone's robbing this kid that way. Unless they came prepared. We're talking about showing up with like a fucking 50-foot ladder and fucking ropes. Not to mention it's like halfway on a hill, halfway not. So you don't even have fucking equal fucking ground to put this shit on, level ground. Like, no, it's just not happening. It's physically not happening. Like I said, someone robs me that way, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. Bruh, here's the Dead Funny password. Here's my computer. Here's my mod. You own Dead Funny now, man. But congratulations. Congratulations. It's all you. It's all you, dude. It's all you. Nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that. I got robbed by Spider-Man. Like, nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that. But that's fine. That's fine. Anyways, but so like I said, that shit doesn't bother me now. I know I've talked about this a couple times too, so I'll keep that part brief. My grandma scared the fuck out of me with Freddy Krueger, so that shit ended quick. Me being scared of scary movies, that shit ended so fucking fast. And that came after the It factor. My mom showed me It first, and then my grandma, she had to babysit us for like a week straight. She made me watch every fucking Nightmare on Elm Street with her, like back to fucking back, and my dumb ass was like, yeah, let's watch it. Yeah, let's watch it. It was every weekend. That's what it was.
God.
And so I'd forget about it. And I was like, yeah, Christopher, you want to come watch Nightmare on Elm Street with Grandma? Yeah. And it was a whole series. And then as soon as it was over, all right, time to go to bed. Gotta go to school tomorrow. And I'd be fucking screaming and crying. I just got through watching movies about a dude that murders people in their sleep. And now I have to go to sleep. I was not okay with that. And she fucking, to this day.
You have like basic survival instincts.
Absolutely.
Good. This makes sense.
And to today, she's like, it was tough love. It was tough love. Look at you now. Now you go watch a fucking movie.
No, it was not.
I mean, she's not wrong. There is somewhat of a method to the madness, I guess. The success is there. I could sit through a scary movie and be at the end and be like, that was pretty good. And be completely okay, so.
This does not make you superior to other beings. Like, you just don't watch the scary movie. Problem solved.
And I'm also one of those fucking people, too. Like, I have so many friends that can't do this, and it's hilarious. We'll be watching, like, we'll be all, like, come over. We'll get, like, pizza and pasta and shit. Get a movie night going. And then, like, someone will suggest a scary movie. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's watch it. And the moment it starts getting to gore and they're ripping guts and shit out, everybody's like, oh, I can't eat this anymore. And I'm like, give it to me? Shit. What the hell's wrong with you? I eat that all day. It doesn't even matter if it looks like what's coming out of the person's body. I'm eating it. They open up some dude's stomach and they're pulling out old ass fucking spaghetti and I'm eating spaghetti. I'm still eating it. Doesn't matter. This shit's great. Let's go. Doesn't matter. I don't understand people who are like, oh my God, I'm watching this fucking fake shit on TV and it's fucking, I can't eat and look at this at the same time. You're fucking crazy. Give me that food. I'll finish it for you. Done.
Given that I think the people who are affected to the point where they can't eat are significantly higher than the people who can. My guess is you're actually the odd one, not them.
That's fine. I mean, more food for me. So I don't see that is a fucking win-win scenario. I mean, not for you, because later you're gonna be hungry again. Y'all gonna be like, Chris, you wanna go out to eat? Like, fuck nah, dude. I had like fucking 12 plates of spaghetti because you motherfuckers couldn't eat. I don't know what you want from me. Oh man, I don't think I've ever done that. 12 plates of spaghetti. That seems like a lot.
That's a good way to die. That's actually, oh God. Did you ever see the movie Seven?
Yes.
Yes. You remember how they killed that one guy in Seven with spaghetti?
True. It's true.
That's one of those movies that stuck with me forever too. Jesus.
Seven's okay.
I had a friend that started doing really stupid things and like getting in cars with guys she didn't know and going out and getting high and drunk with guys she didn't know. She was in middle school. These guys weren't. Like, you should be able to tell this was not a good decision. I showed her Seven. Like, well, the thing, I was like, this is what could happen to you if you keep this up. She kept it up.
That sounds smart.
Yeah. She's fine because she's crazy lucky, not because it's an okay thing to do.
Now, obviously, I don't know where all the viewers where you grew up, if this is a chain that you have, but we had a chain down south called CC's Pizza. And you go there, pay for the buffet, and eat all of the pizza that you want. All of it. All of it. I can't
We shouldn't record when you haven't eaten.
I am hungry as fuck right now. I can tell you right now, there are so many times where we went in there, the boys, and it's like, all right, cool. It's fucking pizza challenge time. So we called it the Boneyard. Everybody had to grab 2 plates. You had 1 plate for the pizza, 1 plate for the Boneyard. And the Boneyard was like you weren't allowed to eat the crust. So that way you had something to count up how many slices of pizza you would actually downed throughout. Physical proof. Which is always funny because you always have that one guy. For us, it was Joey. And Joe, if you're watching this, fuck you. That's like, but bro, the crust is so good. I don't give a fuck, Joey. I don't eat crust either. See, I'm glad me and you both agree on that. Crust is, no, get that tasteless shit out of here. I don't need that.
It's terrible.
It's fucking, let's add cheese to it. No, get that shit out of here. Just it's meant to hold the pizza, and that is it. It goes in the trash afterwards. That is all it is there for. Is to hold the pizza. That's it. You weren't supposed to eat it. God did not make pizza with the crust in mind that you were going to eat it. All right? He's like, I need to be nice and give them something to hold on to. Bam. Italiano. East. Done. So, moving on. I don't remember any of those records. I know I won a couple of them for sure. I know that much. But I got to say, my most impressive record, I was playing Halo 3 with my mom and a couple of our work friends because I used to work at the same place with my mom for a little while. I know, hashtag nepotism. And I got fucking shit-faced. It was like the Super Bowl. I don't even remember what fucking what teams were playing. I got fucked up. And we basically were playing Halo 3, and we would have the other TVs going, because like we had the big TV was Halo, and then we had a small TV that had the game on it, because only I was really interested in the game. My mom says that she was into football. Whether that's fucking true or not, I don't fucking know. She's fucking bandwagon person. Anyways, so what we would do is like whenever it was like fucking like in between lobbies, we'd switch it to the big screen sometimes and watch, and then our friends would be like, hey, the game's about to start, and then we flip back to Halo and fucking play Halo. She had made sloppy joes, not knowing that my dad had ordered pizza. So everybody ate pizza but me, because I love sloppy joes. Sloppy joes are fucking great. You grab some sloppy joe, throw that shit on a bun, throw a Kraft single cheese on that damn thing. Ease, good to go. Let's get it. So I downed, and I am not lying, this is a real number, 34 sloppy joes in one setting. I would go and I would make 4, and then I would eat and drink and then play a couple matches, and then I'd go and make 4 more and then eat and drink and go, and I cleared the entire pot of sloppy joe mix by myself. No one had a sloppy joe but me. And I just lost count throughout the night. I just kept forgetting. Now, once again, we're talking about a span of like 6 to 8 hours, but still, 34 sloppy joes within that time frame. It was nuts. I just kept eating. I physically just could not stop eating. Like, I just kept eating the entire night.
I have like 18 questions.
Go.
You started with saying you were smashed. Now, were you drunk?
Yes, and I was under the age. I was under the age as well, which is great. This is back when I had a really high metabolism, you know? Back whenever I could eat 34 sloppy joes and then wake up and still be under $1, you know? It was great.
I was going to say, and not have heartburn out your ass?
That too. But also growing up as a kid, I did a lot of... I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. And Goku always ate super fast. So as a kid, I thought it was a cool thing to eat like Goku. So I've destroyed my entire like system. That whatever that all is, the esophagus and intestines, that's fucked.
Yeah.
That shit is fucked. I can eat spicy food tonight and will shit my ass off in like an hour. Like that, my entire system is fucked. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. I destroyed
Next time you're at my house, I'm just gonna like slip probiotics into your food in the hope that may actually help you live for a while.
Yeah, my whole system is trash. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. But that night, I was on fucking fire. Oh, it was great. I was destroying sloppy joes left and right, drinking my fucking self to sleep basically, and it was great because the bread would absorb the alcohol, so I would get drunk, eat sloppy joes, and then get back to tipsy. And then go to drink more, and then get hungry again, and then grab more sloppy joes. So it was an endless cycle until one of them ran out, and it just so happened to be the sloppy joes first. So, yep, one of them gave, and it was the sloppy joes. One of them gave. Yep.
This is a record that didn't need to be made.
No, it did not. It did not.
Oh my.
It was great. It was good. I'm hungry just thinking about it, honestly. It was great.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're probably freaking ravenous, dude.
The only thing I remember from that night was eating that many sloppy joes, because that definitely happened before I got so fucking drunk that I literally couldn't fucking play a game anymore. And then like I called everybody a bitch on Halo. Like everybody. Like we get in the lobby and somebody goes, start talking about, dude, stop being a bitch. Just stop. Whatever you're doing right now, just stop. Just don't even think about it. Because you're already doing it, and it's pissing me off. Just automatically. Like, it would be our work friends. Like, my manager jumped on and started playing with us. And he was just talking. And I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. Because you're pissing me off. He's like, I'm not even talking to you. I was like, I don't care. Just stop. Just stop doing what you're doing. Stop doing what you're doing.
So now we
but
know.
I thought it was funny.
Drunk.
No, but I thought it was funny. So then, like, after I would say it, I would like mute my mic and I'd start laughing, not knowing that my mom was obviously sitting next to me and she was playing too. So everybody could hear me laughing through her mic. So they knew that I was fucking around. So they thought it was fucking funny too. So they just kept me going. They were like egging me on. Like somebody would actually talk shit to me from the other team. Like, aw, you gonna let him talk to you like that? Man, fuck that dude. Like I would get mad, start going off. It was great. I was rowdy when I was little. We all been there. Don't judge me. The internet, don't you judge me.
You were little. God, this is a story about you. God, okay, just go ahead.
I'm old. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts about that. I know this. This is fucking reality.
We're the same age, and I'm not old.
We're both old.
I am not old.
Look at you, Kelsey. Look old as fuck. No, I'm just joking.
Excuse me while my skin sucks.
Oh, man. Oh man, that's so great.
You're old as fuck. Thanks, dude.
I got that from my cousin. He used to do that shit all the time. Like he'd come over for my mom's birthday and shit. We'd all be sitting around. She'd go. He'd be like, "How old are you again?" And she'd say, "He'd be like, God damn, you're fucking old." Like every time. She'd fall for every time. Shit was so fucking funny.
Oh man.
But that also falls in the same years that my fucking overall like eating habits were the same. Dr. Pepper. Pizza rolls, Twizzlers. Done.
God.
That's it.
I'm now more impressed that you are still alive. I'm now convinced you do have a regen factor.
Like... Actually, I got a good one for you. I was just talking about this one last night to the guys. Oh my God. So we were talking about, have you ever seen them? Tostino's makes the pizza rolls, but they also make these like little small pan pizzas that you can get for like $1.50. They're fucking cheap pieces of fucking cardboard basically. I used to eat the fuck out of those. Like that was my shit. Besides the pizza rolls, like it was, I would have a bag of pizza rolls, like 120 count pizza rolls, and then fucking a couple of those pizzas, and then like within like 2 days they'd be gone. So that was my shit.
I thought you were telling me you just ate all of that in one go, and I was
whenever I worked overnights at Toys R Us, I can now officially say Toys R Us since they're out of business now. Fuck them. When I worked overnights at Toys R Us, I used to bring like a fucking 120 count bag with me to work, and that shit would be gone by the time I left for the next day. I'd eat the whole thing in one night. Go. Ease. And that was overnight.
Aren't there like 800 calories in like 3 rolls?
Probably. Who fucking knows? So you're going to look it up. It doesn't matter. At
I
that
am.
point, my fucking metabolism was the shit. It's not anymore, you know, so I have to be a little bit more mindful of the, you know, stuff that I decide to ingest on a daily basis. But yeah, those things are packed full of goodness, Kelsey.
Of salt.
Of goodness.
Salt.
Amazingness.
Jesus.
I haven't had a pizza roll in so goddamn long. Oh, God.
6 rolls. Which, let's be real, no one eats 6 rolls. If I was going to eat pizza rolls, I wouldn't eat 6 rolls.
I mean,
a serving is 6 rolls, and that's 220 calories.
The way I did pizza rolls is there better not be an open space on my plate. That shit better be lined with pizza rolls.
That's pretty much 40 calories a pizza roll.
Let's fucking get it. Ease. 40 calories of fucking godness.
Which, to be clear, is 42% fat.
So great.
Like, it's just a block of fat is what you're eating.
It's fucking delicious. Anyways, so that was like my overall fucking like eating habits. But back to the pizza story.
Yeah, sorry.
So those were like pizza rolls, a quick throw it in the microwave and heat it up, And then just recently I had like a guys' night. Well, not just recently, it's like a year ago or some shit. I had like a guys' night where they all came over and we were fucking listening to music and fucking playing board games and shit like that. And I had bought a whole bunch of those pizzas because I was like, these are quick, easy to fucking make. That way, whenever people are fucking hungry, you know, I can just fucking throw these in, bam, boom, done. You know, fucking better than just ordering out. A lot more cheaper because fucking already going in on booze and everything else. Now that I'm an adult, there's other factors that go into the whole party aspect. So you find corners to cut a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I would rather be like, yo, Chris, man, this pizza was shit versus, yo, Chris, you buy fucking shit whiskey. One of those is extremely hurtful. And one of those isn't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, one of those I can be like, hey, asshole, fucking, why don't you order pizza next time? Or I'd be like, bro, like, that hurt my feelings. The whiskey. Anyways, so.
In case somebody missed the point.
Right, exactly. So, whenever they all came over and we started getting to the point where we were hungry, I was like, all right, cool. And everybody brought something, but it was like I was doing like the entree. Somebody brought snacks. Somebody brought chips and dip. Somebody brought cookies. Da-da-da-da-da. Like, we fucking balled out. It was great. So whenever I went to go start to cook up the pizzas, I was pulling them all out and I was throwing them on this fucking pan, or I was throwing them on this plate, and I was looking at the package and I was like, that must be new. That's gotta be new, right? These things can't be microwaved because they're not fully cooked through. My entire childhood, I can tell you right now, 100%, I never had one in the oven. Never happened. Always put them directly in the microwave. Never had one in the oven. So I've been cooking I've been eating unfully cooked meat for God knows how long.
Yeah, and you wonder why your gastrointestinal system is shot.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's probiotics. Great. I'm just going to make you a probiotic smoothie, and I'm going to hold you down and force you to drink it.
It's great stuff.
I will extend your life by 15 years.
Maybe. Who knows?
One probiotic smoothie.
Who knows? But since we had this podcast / review show, didn't even fucking talk about it besides like maybe 2 fucking seconds of it. I'll put it in the comment section below, let you guys know that this is where the it conversation started for the last 5 minutes that we have to go here. But yeah, you know, he's an alien, fucking kills children. It's great. It's good. I'm excited though. So he's here due to I can't remember exactly how he got to Earth, but basically he needs to feed in order to live and be able to leave and and all this other bullshit. You know, your normal fucking bad guy shit. So, and he feeds on souls and fear-ish type deal. So yeah, that's why like, and then like once he like has the soul, he can like use it manipulation wise as far as like turning himself into that person. That's why like a lot of times like in the first movie, he's like actually looks like the kid's fucking little brother and stuff like that. Like that was easily the scariest scene out of the first movie when they're in the fucking basement and the fucking kid's walking down there. Also, the basement's just flooded up to like his waist, and he sees his little brother and he's like, "You let me die. You let me die. You let me die." And then he just holds his fucking finger up, points at him, he's like, just starts fucking freakishly laughing. And all of a sudden, you just see its head start coming out of the water. The clown head start coming out of the water. And then he just gets up and he goes running across the basement. But he's got like his head shaking back and forth. He's like, ah! Like that. That's the noise he makes. And I was just like, like they did that for the trailer. And I was like, holy fuck, I've got to see this movie. Like, oh my God.
See, a small part of me wants to see it to see if I can handle it. Then you tell me about scenes like that, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
I like what the directors kind of did with the actors in this, though. Like, none of the kids were allowed to see Bill Skarsgård in makeup until it was their time to see it in the movie. So they were not allowed to see him as the clown whatsoever.
So they couldn't get used to him, basically. He wanted the real fear.
And they said when they first saw him, he scared the shit out of them. Like, it was no if and like the first time the kids see him in the movie, that is legit fear on their face. Like, he legit scared the shit out of them. And like, there's this one scene where like he's like right on top of this kid, and he's like drooling and shit, and that was real. Like, he did that on purpose to make it like that much more of like this fucking crazy fucking factor. And like, it was funny because Bill Skarsgård was talking about it, like on a talk show, and he's like, I kind of felt bad because I'm just like drooling all over this fucking kid, but like the fucking directors are loving it. They're like, fucking go, and it's like, and the kid's screaming and everything like that, and he's like, and it's such a weird position to be in, where you're holding a kid down and the kid is screaming. Like, it's just unnatural, you know? He's like, so you don't feel good about it, but you understand what you're there to do. You're in the character, you get it. He's like, and then it would be like, we would be done, they'd be like, cut. And then, like, I'd help the kid up, kind of like help him, you know, wipe my fucking spit off of him. He's like, and then the kid would look at me and be like, that was fucking great, man. That was so good. You're fucking amazing. And then Bill Skarsgård was like, these little fuckers are going to be directors one day. Like, this guy's telling me that my acting was good, that I did a good part. And he's like, and I was actually excited about it. I was like, oh, thanks, man. I was like, that's fucking great.
Well, good. I was just about to ask if like the kids were mentally okay after that.
No, they fucking enjoyed it. They enjoyed it. They actually, I had heard somewhere, I don't know if this is true, but they talked about possibly wanting to do like 3 movies versus 2, because that's how bad the kids wanted to be in another movie. Like, they actually enjoyed doing that movie, even though it like freaked them the fuck out and scared the shit out of them. So, but yeah, and Bill Skarsgård did such a great job. Go ahead.
People are weird. People are weird. The fact that we can be that afraid and still be like, yeah, let's do it again. Like, God, we're morons. How do we survive?
Fucking haunted houses for me. Haunted houses for me like that. See, I don't get scared of scary movies anymore because that shit ain't real. When I'm in a haunted house, I don't know who none of these fucking lunatics are that are dressed up as fucking psycho killers. I don't know if this dude just had a really fucking bad day and decided, you know what? I'm not going to take the chain off the chainsaw tonight. Shit's about to get real. I have no idea, but I still go. Every fucking year. I go to like fucking 5, fucking 6. If I can go 10, I go to 10 haunted houses, and fucking October's my fucking month, baby. I'd be knocking them bitches out. Pop, 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 pop. I love it. I love it.
Nope. I'll meet up with you after.
Every time. That's the thing that sucked at my fucking Halloween party. I can't fucking plan haunted house on my Halloween party anymore because fucking nobody wants to go. Everybody bitches out. So then it's like everybody comes over to the haunted house and everybody's like, yeah, let's party. And then it's like, all right, cool. We've been here for like 4 hours. Let's go to the haunted house. Everybody's like, all right, see you later, Chris. Bye. And everybody leaves. And then I'm just by myself. And I'm like, okay.
Just go to the haunted house by yourself. I am one of the people who specifically has come to his Halloween party and not.
Absolutely.
Just to be very clear.
That's what I'm saying. I would much rather hang out with you guys. So at this point, I'm just going to plan the Halloween party to just be the Halloween party. So that way no one has to worry about it. We're not going to haunted houses. And then bam, we can just fucking have fun, relax, play games, drink, order shit ton of food. You know, the norm. The norm. I got some pretty fucking
I think go to the haunted house by yourself so you can enjoy it. You wouldn't want my screaming, wailing like Chris, come save me. I cannot handle this.
I would though.
Personality in there anyway.
I would though. I really don't get scared too much at the haunted houses. There's like a couple times where like they do like the real pitch black shit. I don't really care for because like I know you can't touch the actors and they're not allowed to touch you, and I'm scared of like accidentally touching somebody and them getting pissed off about it. So I really don't care for like the pitch black where you can't see anything and you just kind of have to feel your fucking way through. But we did go to one, meet a group of friends, and it was like 3-story like fucking building or some shit. And on the last story of it, it was a circus. So like the first one was like this fucking like butcher shop. The second one was a hospital, and the third one was a circus. And when we got to the circus, I was like, all right, I led through the last two. Someone else can come fucking deal with this shit. We're getting to the clowns. Fuck this nonsense. Someone else can lead. I'll be the guy that gets in the middle because I know they're going to fuck with the person in the front and they're going to fuck with the first fucking person in the back. I actually don't want to be directly in the middle because they try to fuck with them too. You want to be like middle between the first and the middle. You want to be like right in that sweet spot because you're gonna get somewhat scared, but the people in front of you are gonna be the people that get fucked with. They're gonna be the ones that get the blunt of the blow. You're just gonna be more of a reaction to what they're reacting to, which is a lot more of a safer aspect to be. Normally, I like to be in the front because I like that aspect, especially if they don't scare me. Because then I tell them, "Oh yeah, good job, dude." Like, and I'm totally that asshole, by the way.
You're demoralizing these people.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Whenever they do it bad, like if someone jumps out, like if there was this one guy that was hiding in this fucking bed, Kelsey, and like the bed was in two, like in the middle, and it had a teddy bear sitting in the middle of the bed. His fucking hand was the teddy bear. So whenever you were like, "Oh look, it's a teddy bear," and the teddy bear would start moving, you're like, "Oh wow, it's probably electronics or something." It said like "pet me" or something on it. So like you go to stick your hand out, and the bed popped the fuck open half, and he come flying out. I was like, "That was fucking good, dude. That was fuck. You didn't get me, but that was great. That was a great fucking idea." That was great. Like, I did not see that shit coming. I just thought it was this electronic teddy bear just fucking sitting there with the note on it. It's like, "Pet me." And then the moment someone got close to it, I don't even know how he was able to see you. It looked like a bed. Fucking jokes on me. It was not. It was not. I'm also the person that comments on their fucking outfits too. Like if they like really put a lot of work into their makeup and shit, I'm like, "Oh wow, you look fucking great." Like, that's fucking awesome. So I'm also that guy. But like if it's something like they're fucking hiding behind a fucking door, it's like, bro, let's be real. Okay. I know that I see the doors leaning. I see the fact it's not all the way against the wall. I know you're back there. And then I'll walk through and they're like, "Boo!" And I'm like, I mean, what do you want from me, man? What do you fucking want from me? Sorry. Didn't happen. Didn't work. But anyways, you should go see it. It's gonna be great. Part 2's coming out in September 2019. Super fucking pumped. Super excited. Kelsey needs to go watch the first one. The second one is going to be fucking phenomenal. The kids are all coming back. They killed it in the first one. I'm just going to spoil it because you're not going to see it anyway. They killed it in the first one. And then they find out that he's not actually dead. Because basically it's like almost like a Jeepers Creepers thing. It's like 23 or 27 years or some shit. Like, you know, like they hadn't seen him or something. All of a sudden he's back, which is actually funny. The first It that just came out not that long ago was exactly the amount of years from the original set of movies of when
that it needed to be for canon.
Exactly. Yes.
That is creepy as fuck. Like, I understand how it happened. I agree with them making good decision. But no, creepy as fuck, and I haven't even seen this.
Cool as shit. So now the kids
hate it.
Now the kids are all coming back as adults to deal with it one last time, to finally take him out. Because they haven't even seen him in his alien form yet. That doesn't happen until they're adults. So, and I wonder how that's going to be taken care of. Because let me tell you, in the first movie, it looks like hot ass. Hot ass. We did not have CGI back then, folks. We did not have CGI back then. It looks like hot ass. It is bad. Like, we're talking like some fucking cardboard cutout action figure thing looking gigantic in the background while the fucking people are all on a small lens up front. Like, "Oh my god, he's so big." Like, and shit like that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's terrible. It looks like hot ass. Hot ass. But, yeah, so super pumped about that. So be on the lookout for that. There was one more thing I was going to add to it, too. Oh, just to give you more of the little creepy factor about it, none of the parents know this shit's going on. And it's like he has a spell over all the parents. So, like, the entire town is just miserable. So, like, all the parents are, like, taking shit out on their kids all the time. So, like, there's no chance of getting, like, consoled by your parents whatsoever. Like, they're just treating all their kids like shit and everything. Yeah, it's crazy.
This is a horror movie designed for kids. Like, that is, oh my god.
Everything is amplified. Everything. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and end this here. Sorry we got on a little bit of a tantrum, but you know what? Hey, these conversations that, you know, are fucking great to watch. You know, you want to literally sit here and me just pound fucking it into Kelsey's head? No. You got to hear some crazy shit back and forth. Now, you can go out there and try to eat 35 sloppy joes. I don't recommend it. You probably shouldn't do it. It's probably very bad for you, but
Please don't.
I've got my record. That's all I'm saying. Fucking ding, ding, ding. Champions here. Title. I'm going to put just a belt with the number 34 and a Sloppy Joe picture on it. And that's going to be what's behind me instead of Cloud. Just bam, the champ. That would never happen. Fucking Cloud's too important. But anyways, so if you enjoyed this content, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, turn on those notifications. That way you get notified every time we upload another video. And hit us in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts on the It movie. What horror movie that's coming out this year that you're extremely excited about? Who's your favorite killer? How many Sloppy Joes have you eaten? All this is great information. Throw it down there. I'll talk to you. It's great. It's fantastic. Once again, I do not recommend going and trying to beat my record. It's probably not going to end well for you. It's going to be very
not
bad.
Dead Funny approved.
Not Dead Funny approved. It does not get the stamp of approval, but it does get the stamp of impressed. That happened because I'm impressed. Anyways, so that, and I'm going to need a video of you eating each one. You can't just be like, bruh, I fucking Chris, I beat your record 35. I mean, like we say in the Discords while we're playing games, dick picker didn't happen. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, that's just how we run. That's just how we run. So you're going to have a video and a guy next to you holding 2 forms of ID and a fucking a notary. I need all kinds of shit because I'm just not going to let my title go that easy. I don't know what else to tell you.
I was gonna say, geez.
I gotta let my title go.
Hell of an eating contest.
Exactly. It's crazy. They're like, what the fuck did you pay us here for? Anyways, so also remember, we're a new channel. The best way to kind of help us out at this moment is to spread the love. If you got people that like this kind of content, be like, hey, check out Dead Funny. These guys are fucking hilarious, because we are, and we're awesome, and we're doing this for you guys. We enjoy doing it, but we're doing it for you guys. So help us out, spread the love, spread us around, get some more people over here. Don't hesitate to jump in those comments. We talk all the time. Once again, Twitter is for direct form of communication. Twitch is to come hang out, watch some games. But at the end of all this, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. We will see you next time.